Welcome student. Today I will discuss most important topics. This topic is tsunami. Okay. Very important topics for GS paper, for optional paper, for prelims as well as mains, right? It also form an important part of disaster management, right? What is the meaning of tsunami? You first understand. As far as the question of tsunami is concerned, tsunami is the combination of two terms. First is TSU plus NAMIS, okay, TSU and NAMIS. These two words are Japanese word. TSU, the meaning of TSU is either high or harbor, and NAMIS means wave. It means tsunami refers to high wave or harbor wave. What is the meaning of tsunami? It is clear now. The meaning of tsunami is either high wave or harbor wave. Getting well? Right? Tsunami is the climax natural phenomena, and it becomes natural disaster when it affects the settlement area, causing loss of human and physical resources. It is clear now? So actually, what is the meaning of tsunami? It is clear. Actually, because you see, it is referred to as harbor wave, as it affects the harbor area mainly, no? Right? And since the amplitude of the wave is very high, that's why it is also referred to as high wave. That's why tsunami, the meaning of tsunami is either high wave or harbor wave. These are the two important particularly terms. Getting well? Now see how particularly tsunami originate. So normally you see, this is earth surface, this is oceanic area. On the surface, this is aquatic part of the ocean. This is referred to as sea level, this is referred to as seabed. This is sea level and this is seabed now. And these are the normal oceanic wave. There are two types of oceanic wave. One is free wave and second is forced wave. The wave which originates due to the normal atmospheric disturbance is referred to as free wave. But the wave which originates due to the axial pull exerted by the moon and the sun is called forced wave. Okay? So in this wave you see, this is crest and this is particularly tough now. So the difference between this area is referred to as wavelength, right? And the variation of the point from the mean is referred to as amplitude. It means you see, this is the mean now. So this is referred to as wavelength that is lambda. This is also wavelength that is lambda. And this is referred to as amplitude. This is also referred to as amplitude. Getting well now? Right? The difference between two crest or two tuff is referred to as wavelength and is indicated by lambda. And the mean deviation of what to operate from the mean is referred to as amplitude. Getting well now? And you must know particularly that amplitude is inversely proportional to that of particularly wavelength. Getting well now? What happened, you see, how tsunami originate? It is very important point. So this is the normal oceanic wave, okay? This is the normal oceanic wave. And if in the ocean, right, earthquake happen, the point where seismic wave originate is referred to as focus now. Focus is the point where seismic wave originate, right? Focus is the point where seismic wave originate. Suppose this is the focus, okay? So from this point the seismic wave originate, okay, in all the direction, and this is the normal wave. Getting well now? So actually when the frequency of seismic wave, normally frequency of seismic wave is equal to that of the frequency of the normal oceanic wave, then resonance occur. Getting well now? you see the ideal condition for resonance is when two waves having same frequency converge, resonance occur. It is clear na? So normally the frequency of this wave, that is earthquake wave, matches with the normal oceanic wave when intensity of the earthquake is more than 7.5 na? In this case you see the wave propagate in this way, and when it matches, it particularly converge with the normal oceanic wave. As a result of resonance, what happened? Resonance occur, and as a result of resonance, you see wavelength decreases and amplitude increases, and along the coastal part it appears like water wall. That's why it is referred to as a high wave. It is clear, right? And in normal wave, you see what happened. In normal wave, the water, particularly suppose this is the normal wave now. So in normal wave, you see water droplet rotate in the circular path, and when particularly it reach in the coastal part, then it get elongated, and after being fragmented, particularly it move in continent what direction now. Okay, this is referred to breaker wave or surf. Okay, and returning component is referred to backwash, rip current or undertow current, right? But it means in normal wave water migrate towards the continent after being fragmented now. But in case of tsunami, the entire water in block without being fragmented get transferred from oceanic to continental area, causing devastating flood. Okay. So what is tsunami? It is clear now. Now how it originate? The tsunami originate when there occur coupling of earthquake wave and the normal oceanic wave having same frequency. Then resonance occur. As a result of resonance, the wavelength decreases and amplitude increases, and as the wave migrate along the coastal part, the height of the wave gradually increases, and along the coastal part it appears like wall of water, and it is referred to as high wave, or particularly it is near the harbor, that is coastal part, it is referred to as harbor wave. So what is the technical aspect? It is clear now. What is the meaning of high wave or harbor wave? It is clear. And what is the meaning of tsunami? Getting well now? Now see, when particularly the water comes here, it causes devastating flood and causes loss to human and physical resources. Getting well now? So actually, for what condition, you see there are two types of tsunami. One tsunami migrate towards the continental region, and another particularly start migrating towards the central part of the ocean. This is referred to as local tsunami, and this is referred to as distant tsunami. Distant tsunami. Getting well? There are two types of tsunami. One tsunami migrate towards the coastal part, and it is referred to as local tsunami, and another tsunami migrate in the central part of the ocean, and it is referred to as distant tsunami. You must keep in mind that local tsunami are devastating, not the distant tsunami. Getting well now? Because the impact of the local tsunami is observed along the harbor, that is along the coastal part. Getting well now? Now see, what happened when there is a speciality of the tsunami, when tsunami remain in the central part of the ocean, you see, remain in the central part of the ocean, right? Central part of the ocean, this is the character you see. Right, when tsunami remain in the central part of the ocean, its wavelength is more and amplitude is less. That's why if a ship is located here, it not causes any devastation to the ship. Okay, and even the ship not notice this particularly tsunami wave. Okay, but if particularly ship is located on the coastal part, it will cause the drowning of the ship. It is clear now, because the amplitude is more now. Okay, so that's why particularly it is said that even the ship located in the central part of the ocean not notice tsunami. Tsunami is mainly noticeable along the coastal part. Okay, and tsunami is not a single wave phenomena; it is multiple wave phenomena. Okay, and when particularly tsunami occur during the high tides period, then it causes more and more devastation. Getting well now? So what are the important causes of tsunami? The first reason of tsunami is the earthquake which occur in the oceanic zone and whose particularly velocity, whose intensity is more than 7.5. Okay. Second, ocean bed volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption may also cause tsunami, because you know that every volcanic eruption remain associated with the earthquake, and if intensity of the earthquake will be more than 7.5, then it may cause the tsunami, because in this case its frequency matches with the frequency of the normal oceanic wave. Okay. Third particular region is vertical upliftment of the plate. Vertical upliftment of the plate also causes tsunami, as was seen in case of Sumatra Tsunami 2004. Okay, getting well now? Fourth particular factor can be vertical movement. Vertical movement of the plate may be the reason. Then particularly fourth is large scale landslide. Large scale landslide, right, may also cause tsunami. And fifth reason is, right, meteoric bombardment, right. If occur in the ocean, you know that meteoric bombardment may cause volcanic eruption and earthquake, and hence it may cause tsunami. So what are the important reason of tsunami? It is clear now. One is earthquake itself, then volcanic eruption, then particularly then is vertical upliftment of the plate, then particularly you see large scale landslide and ultimately meteoric bombardment. They are important, particularly important reason of tsunami. Getting well now? And there are two types of tsunami. One is local tsunami and second one is distant tsunami. Getting well? Okay. Now it is multiple wave phenomena. Getting well now? It is multiple wave phenomena, and as it advances toward the coastal part, its height, that is amplitude, increases and wavelength decreases, and the entire water in block, without being fragmented, get transferred from the ocean to the continent, causing devastating flood. Our tsunami is multiple wave phenomena. Getting well now? Multiple wave phenomena. Getting well now? So actually this explanation that the tsunami is due to the coupling of earthquake wave and normal oceanic wave is referred to as physics of tsunami. Getting well now? And whatever sediment the tsunami will carry causes much more devastation. That's why it is referred to as tsunami missile. Okay, प्रक्षेपास्त्र, tsunami प्रक्षेपास्त्र के नाम से इसको जानते हैं. Getting well now? Right? So what is tsunami missile? It is clear now? And you see the high amplitude of the tsunami wave is referred to as tsunami runoff. Right? These are the important terms. Getting well? You see, what is tsunami? Became clear now? Tsunami is multiple wave phenomena, and its impact along the coastal part is in the form of flood. Getting well? You see, since tsunami is the natural phenomena, mostly the natural phenomena, okay, it cannot be stopped. It is better to mitigate its impact, and for this, its detection and forecasting can be highly helpful. Getting well now? You see, Pacific Ocean is mostly affected by tsunami. That's why, right, the countries associated with 26 countries associated with Pacific Ocean set the Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. Pacific Tsunami Warning Network in Honolulu in Hawaiian Island. Getting well now? Right? Pacific Tsunami Warning Network is located in Honolulu in Hawaiian Island. Right? Honolulu in Hawaiian Island. Okay? How it detect, how it is capable to detect the tsunami wave, you see, right? Normal process is, actually there are three type of instrument. Okay? At the depth of almost 6 feet from the sea level, there is a bottom pressure sensor. Bottom pressure sensor, BPSC, right? Bottom pressure sensor is the instrument which is located. Bottom pressure sensor is the instrument which is located in the at the depth of normally at the depth of 6 feet, in the here. Getting well? And there is another instrument located at the sea level. It is referred to as surface buoys. This is bottom pressure sensor, and this instrument is surface buoys. Getting well now? Surface buoys is the second instrument. Okay, right? And here particularly there is a Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. This is Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. You getting well now? Right? Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. Getting well? Now see, when earthquake start, when particularly seismic activity start, the first particularly bottom pressure sensor record the intensity of the earthquake, okay? Then it transfer the information to surface bios, and the surface bios transmit the information to the receiving sensor located receiving sensor, right? Which are set up for recording or detection of tsunami. Getting well now? Suppose this is Pacific Tsunami Warning Network, right? This radar was installed by Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. Now this center will transmit information to its member country. Getting well now? Right? And the member country will take precautionary measure to mitigate the impact of tsunami. It is clear now? And every particularly member country has particularly receiving sensor. Getting well now? So there are in totality 26 members of Pacific Tsunami Warning Network to whom the Pacific Tsunami Warning Network transmit the information, and these member countries on humanitarian ground also transmit the information to their neighbor. Getting well now? What is the mechanism how the tsunami is detected? So actually first is there is a bottom pressure sensor, then surface bios, then particularly receiving sensor, and then particularly the information is transmitted to their member, and the member country on humanitarian ground transmit the information to their neighbor country, right? And neighbor country also developed receiving sensor. Getting well now? As far as the question of Pacific Tsunami Warning Network is concerned, or Sumatra Tsunami 2004 is concerned, okay? So in Sumatra Tsunami 2004 was detected by Pacific Tsunami Warning Network, and Pacific Tsunami Warning Network transmitted information to all its 26 members, including Australia and Indonesia. Australia and Indonesia are the neighbor country of India, neighbor countries which are the member of Pacific Tsunami Warning Network. Okay, so these Indonesia and Australia tried to transmit the information to India, but but the receiving sensor of India was not functioning well, and hence India could not get the information, could not take precautionary measure, and hence caused heavy loss to human and physical resources. Getting well now? And among the affected particularly territory, Andaman and Nicobar Island was most worstly affected. The southern part of Andaman and Nicobar Island, known as Indira Point, totally submerged underwater. Tamil Nadu was affected, right? Andhra state was affected, Odisha was affected, and West Bengal was affected. It is clear now, right? So eastern Sumatra Tsunami 2004 mostly affected eastern coastal part of India, right? Including Andaman and Nicobar Island. Getting well now? But the three places, two particularly along the coastal part of Tamil Nadu, known as Muthupet and Pishavaram, and one located along the coastal part of Odisha, known as Bhitarkarika, could not affected by the impact of tsunami, could not face the devastation. Okay, what was the reason? So in this area there was a heavy concentration of coral as well as mangrove vegetation. Coral and mangrove vegetation are considered as natural line of defense. They are capable to absorb the energy of tsunami. Okay, so these particularly actually that's why Puthupet and Pishavaram and also Bhitarkanika was least affected by Sumatra Tsunami 2004. Getting well now? Now see, very important aspect is, right, after the impact of Sumatra Tsunami 2004, right, revealed that India is not technically, structurally or mentally prepared to cope up with such type of scenario. Okay. Then particularly you see the countries associated with the Indian Ocean also installed a detection network known as Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning Mitigation Network. Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning Mitigation Network was set up, and India adopted DART technique, DART, D-A-R-T. DART, Deep Ocean Assessment and Reporting of Tsunami. This DART technique was adopted from India, adopted from that of America. It is clear now. So one thing, Indian Ocean Pacific yes, Tsunami Warning and Mitigation Network is already working right now, right? India installed particularly DART technology, also particularly several BARC developed several receiving sensor along the coastal part of India, both along eastern coastal part and western coastal part of India. It is clear. One important aspect is, right, government of India had issued coastal regulation zone. Under coastal regulation zone, the government direct the local administration not to allow heavy concentration along the coastal part which remain frequently affected by the tsunami, but it was not properly followed. Okay, and the failure of the government to cope up with the tsunami led the Indian Parliament to pass National Disaster Management Act 2005. Getting well now, right? So you see, but one important point which is important here, to particularly explain is, you see, Andaman and Nicobar Island was affected by tsunami, but there were certain community residing along the coastal part of Andaman and Nicobar Island prior to coming of tsunami shifted themselves to in the interior part of the island. Why? How they came to know about the incoming tsunami? It is very important aspect now. So you see, these community are basically fishermen community. They remain in close contact with the water. They notice certain specific change, right, in the ocean water. As for example, you see, when prior to incoming tsunami, lullness spread in the ocean. Again, there occur marked reduction in the ocean level. Okay. Next character is the water appears reddish in color, water bubble appear, right, and water become sticky, and pungent smell of ammonia spread along the coastal part. So this community noticed this and hence shifted themselves in the central part of the ocean, of the island. That's why they were least affected by tsunami. It is clear now. So what is tsunami? It is clear, right? Tsunami is multiple wave phenomena. Its meaning is high wave or harbor wave. It is essentially a natural phenomena, and it takes the form of natural calamity when it affects the settlement area. That's all. Okay.